What's up, y'all? You're tuned into Vision and Heels Uncensored, the podcast dedicated to giving you the raw truth on all things V&H. We're talking real-life experiences infused with faith and an unwavering commitment to authenticity.
I'm Yvette Marie Pujol, your Vision and Heels Community Manager, a Cuban visionary with Miami roots.
And I'm Jeanette Marie Rodriguez, the CEO and founder of Vision and Heels, Puerto Rican and Dominican Bronx native, your New Yorican host. We're here to share our take on navigating life, business, and all the hats we proudly wear.
Time to pour the cafecito. Let's dive in.
What's up, y'all?
Hello, my friends.
We are on episode number 5.
Woo!
Yay!
Five.
We did it. We went from planning to do one every other week to one a week because we love it so much. It's so much fun to do.
I know, at least for me, I'm really enjoying this because I know you and I usually talk anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're just recording and talking.
We're recording our conversations.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a lot of fun, guys. Today's episode, I think we're kind of going with the mood of what's happening around us. November is next week, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
36 days until Thanksgiving.
Saturday's
right
November 1st, right? Your birthday.
Saturday, my birthday. November is my month.
Yay.
36 days until Thanksgiving and only 64 days until Christmas.
That is insane. I don't know where the time went. I still remember the 4th of July. Like, how is it already almost November? Insane.
Yeah, I know.
So the title for this week's podcast or this week's episode is Planning a Stress-Free Holiday Season without
losing your mind.
without losing your mind.
Without going loca.
Yes. So welcome, listeners. As you know, we are starting every single episode with something that we are thankful for. So a little bit of gratitude goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. So what are you thankful for this week?
You want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah. I know what I'm grateful for, but...
Jeez Louise, what am I grateful for this week? Whew, okay, I'm going to say it's with the first day of the week, which is Sunday, I got to witness one of our e-group members. Joe and I lead a couples e-group, and we meet virtually every other Friday, and one of our members... or actually the couple got baptized.
Oh,
so
together?
They got baptized together. Yeah, so we got to witness that, and I was emotional. It was great. So I'm thankful that I was able to witness that.
I love it. I am grateful for, and I told Nicole, one of our members this morning, I am grateful for girlfriends. So many times in our life, I am so grateful that I have some girlfriends that are no longer even girlfriends. They're like sisters now.
Right.
And that we have known each other almost since you were born, for like 40 years.
Wow.
Okay? I have had those friends. And I know that I could literally walk outside and talk to the next 3 people. I don't have a problem talking to anybody, but making friends, somebody that I know that I could call at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, I need you, especially later in life, what a blessing. And not only you, several of our other members, other people that I've met when I moved up here to DeLand. Had I not moved to DeLand, it would make me sad that they wouldn't be in my life.
Yeah.
And those girlfriends are priceless to me. I love my husband, I love my parents, I love my daughters, but when you really need girlfriend time, I'm so blessed to know that I have my little tribe of women and girlfriends that I can turn to.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Girlfriends are important. And we're just continuing to add to our list of BFFs. We have been privileged to meet amazing women. I mean, just with amazing stories. So, yeah. That is so true. And the list keeps growing.
Some of the women that we met with
up
today,
until today, like it just keeps growing.
In the military.
Yeah.
Military women that everything from being a Marine to being a model to being moms to being just amazing entrepreneurs and business owners, members of the community.
Yes.
Just really amazing people.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Um, yeah. I guess I'll share with you on that one because we did have some fun. I can't believe it's already the time it is now. We're almost done with our day. Where did the day go? I still remember walking in saying what's up to everybody.
Good morning.
What up, y'all? The same way I talk to you guys is how I enter the office every time I'm here. All right. So today's episode, we're going to talk about trying to approach the holidays as stress-free as possible. We're going to try to stay grounded, right? And not lose sight of some of those goals. We talked a little bit about our business goals, and some personal goals. So wrapping up the year, not forgetting our goals and what we want to accomplish, but at the same time being in the moments of the holidays and understanding how important family is and what we're celebrating and why we're celebrating it, right? It's not so much for the gifts, although I like to give gifts.
The older I get, now that you said give gifts,
I like to give gifts. Like Joe asked me, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know, but I already have the list of what I'm going to get everybody. Like, I don't really care to get them. I love to give them.
Yeah, it's nice to get them, but same thing, piggybacking on that, we were talking about it earlier. One of the reasons that I want to be financially not just stable, but I want my cup to overflow financially is that anytime I hear somebody, if they're struggling or if they like something or if their favorite thing is X, Y, or Z, whatever it is. If you like a Lagerfeld blouse, or,
which I have on right now,
you do from Miss Preppy Pants.
Preppy Pants.
I want to be able to say, you know what, this would make her really happy. It's a just because, and be able to buy it.
Yeah.
Or you know what, this family is struggling financially with this bill. Let me take care of that for you during the holidays, so then you can do the things that as parents we want to do.
Yeah.
Spend time with them, buy them gifts, just all of those things. It is nice. The older I get, the more I like giving. Receiving is nice,
and
but
the thoughtful gifts are super cool. Today, someone that started following our podcast and listening gave me a gift, wrapped it up real cute, so I didn't open it until I got into the office, and I was so happy. It was a podcast journal. So I started writing. Obviously, I got it today, so I'm writing from episode 5 on, but it was so cool to actually write in there, and then it has a section for brain dumping, so I can add all the crazy stuff that goes through my head on there and keep me organized.
That was so sweet.
And wasn't that cool?
Does she know how much we love planners?
I know. And now I have another one just for podcasts. This is scary, y'all.
Podcast junkie. I love it.
We need to create a planner, like an everyday planner for podcasts, for the business, for mom stuff, just everything, health and wellness. I don't know. The planner might be like very thick, but I don't know.
Why do Yvette and Jeanette have a cart behind them?
We're going to be rolling our planner with wheels, like the backpacks. It's just going to be the planner with the tabs.
All the little tabs
like the
sticking
school
out.
tabs. Oh my God. I could totally see us creating something like that. That's the crazy
Next
part.
on my list,
we'll
sell it
on top of everything else we want to create. It's crazy.
We'll sell it in our business boutique.
Yeah, in our business boutique. That's another tab in our planner.
Another tab. I like all the tabs.
Oh my goodness. So, I mean, and it goes back to us remembering that it's just not, like, we can't live on, it needs to be the perfect Christmas or the perfect Thanksgiving, or we put so much pressure to try to make it perfect. I was looking at different tree decorations, and my daughter always tells me, you want to do this, and it ends up looking like that. But I love it. I'm excited. We got to do it together, so I don't care. But yeah, she's like, he wanted a Grinch tree, and it didn't look like a Grinch tree. I was like, it looked like a Grinch tree to me, all right?
It probably did, yes. I'll tell you a little story. I didn't know back when I was a child that when my parents first got divorced, my mom was obviously struggling financially. It was myself and my 2 brothers. My aunt, her sister, had come down from South Carolina, so there were lots of additional people at home. And I now look back, and I don't think my mom was able to afford a Christmas tree that year. We didn't have a fake one. We'd have to go and buy one. We went walking around the block with my aunt, and we found this big branch. It was a big, beautiful branch.
A branch.
A big, huge branch. Like if a tree had lost all its leaves, and we dragged it back home, and my aunt painted it white. May she rest in peace. She's the one that passed away a few years ago. We painted it white, and we put the branch with all of our ornaments. And I still remember my brothers and my aunt and my mom and everyone just laughing and enjoying. And it was a branch that we found while we were walking. And we had no idea that my mom wasn't able to afford a Christmas tree. We just made the best of it, and it still is one of the most beautiful memories. Wow. And I've had some pretty Christmas
That's
trees. That's
pretty creative, though.
Gold bows.
And you remember the branch.
And I remember the branch. And my mom will be really happy that I remembered that branch, because there's a lot of times that as moms, we don't know what sticks with our kids and what doesn't stick with our kids. And we stress over, I don't have the money to buy a Christmas tree. What will my kids do without the Christmas tree? Will they know? And maybe she has no idea that this is almost 40 years ago.
Wow.
Probably 45 years ago.
Wow.
That we had a branch.
That's
we had
special.
A big branch.
And you remember it.
And I remember that it was back in the early 80s, and mirrored walls were a thing.
I had mirrored walls.
Walls.
You walk in and you can look at yourself.
Yeah,
everywhere. As you're walking through the room.
Yeah, all sides.
Check out your outfit.
Check out all your assets.
Back then there was no selfies unless you had the camera and then you...
Right, and then have to develop it and take the film, and then, you look horrible in all angles.
Oh my goodness.
But that was one of my favorite memories. So maybe if we just
focus on
what's important.
What's important, remembering those memories. Obviously you did share that your aunt is no longer with us. She passed away. So that was awesome. That one thing you remember came from someone that's no longer here, and it means so much to you. With the planning stuff, though, there's a lot of emotional and mental overload that it comes with planning and prepping for the holidays. And I think we do it to ourselves because we want to buy the perfect gifts. We don't feel like we have the money for it, or you just want everything to be perfect. Like I host Thanksgiving is the one holiday I host. And I'm already thinking, I got to go to the store. I got to get Thanksgiving stuff. And then I want to have my trees, because I have 2, up by then as well, so that the family can take, okay, we're going to start getting ready for the Christmas.
Tree up for Thanksgiving?
I try to. Not every year. Depends on what's going on. Did I have it last year? I don't think I had it up last year for Thanksgiving.
I keep it up until Three Kings Day.
Oh, Tres Reyes,
Tres Reyes Magos on January 6th. So we generally, right after Thanksgiving is when we put our tree.
Yep, the Black Friday. I used to do that on Black Friday. Friday weekend, I would do my tree. But lately, I've been wanting to do it right before Thanksgiving, because it is the one holiday that I do host. And then we try to, my mother-in-law hosts one holiday, or, we go out somewhere. Like one year we went to SeaWorld for New Year's. So we try to do different things, but it can be stressful, right? Because you're thinking, I need all this money, or I need to find the perfect gift. And we lose sight of what's important. I mean, we had a loss, someone very close to our home last Christmas. So these holidays are going to be, it's going to be bittersweet. We're happy that she's no longer suffering, but we're sad because we miss her and we feel like she should be here with us. So, pray for the Rodriguez household, and the Jordan household, and that we get through the next few holidays. I think she's been visiting us all. We've all felt her this week, and I think that'll definitely continue throughout the holidays. She was an amazing soul and brought life wherever she went. I don't want to get choked up. I've already cried for today. She did, she just was amazing. Everything she did was for others. She was just a great soul. So she is missed, but happy that she's no longer in pain, and she's in heaven, and she has, no sickness. She's just beautiful, and just how God intended all of us to be.
Mm.
So we're sad as Christians. We get sad because we miss the person, but we know the soul lives forever. So it's
You're
not
gonna
a
make me
goodbye.
cry.
No, it's a see you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it'll be bittersweet for us. So it's a little stressful. So the emotional for us, it's gonna definitely be there. But nevertheless, we wanna be thankful for what we have, because that's what Thanksgiving is, right? Be thankful for those around us. Tomorrow's not promised for no one. So even though a loss is hard, we have to take that opportunity to cherish who's around us. And you never know when, it will be your last goodbye to someone, or the last I love you. So a holiday such as Thanksgiving allows us to really take that in and be thankful for those around us, and the fact that we have a table to congregate around and food to eat. I mean, there's so many things we can list on there. And that kind of kicks off the Black Friday is shopping day for a lot of people. So that's like the kickoff for Christmas, because then you have like 4 weeks for
Thanksgiving
Christmas.
is my favorite holiday. Honestly, it I know my daughters, they like Christmas and they like birthdays. Mine is Thanksgiving because there is none of that pressure of
Yeah.
gifts or anything else. It's just good food,
Yeah.
laughter, watching the Macy's
Macy's
Day
Thanksgiving parade. We
in the
always put that
morning.
on. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Wishing we were there, but then we lived in New York and never went. Now that we live here, I mean, I've
It
been
looks
here for how
cold.
many years? 26 years, 27
Wow.
years in Florida.
yeah.
1998. So I don't know, what is that? 27 years.
Yeah.
Um, and I've never, and every year for the last 27 years, oh, the Macy's parade. I never went to a parade. It was freezing. No one wanted to be over there. The crowds, take the train. The train is all packed.
Yeah.
Like, we never did it. And now that I live here, I'm like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
My daughter and I were talking the other day about Christmas in New York, and maybe one year we'll
Oh, yes, the
like,
Rockettes.
yeah.
So I never saw the Rockettes in New York, but I did see them remember they went on tour?
Yeah.
And they came to
Me too.
Orlando. I saw them in Orlando, but
Yeah.
never got to see them in New York. Yeah. So that's on our list too, to go see the tree. I used to work right there where the tree, would be set up. I actually, the last time I was there was in 2009, and I left November, or like first week of November, and they were transporting the tree. I mean, in humongous truck. Like, it was the bed of the truck was just like, and they were putting, and I got to see it because the office that I used to work in faced that. So I got to see them put it up. I just didn't get to see the lighting and
Yeah.
the decorating because I left already. I had went back to Florida. But I got to see it.
That must have been so
It was
impressive.
so cool.
The
It's
times
so
that I've
cool.
seen the actual just the tree itself.
Oh my gosh, it's yeah. And then you can skate, ice skate around it,
Mhm.
which is cool. I never did that either. I always had a phobia with ice skating, that I would like put my hand down, and that someone was gonna come and like take my fingers with the blade of the skates.
That happened to me
Oh God, it happened to you? You
in
cut your.
Washington.
Oh no, that's
When
why I won't do
fell
it.
Ice skating,
I'll go to a regular
your
skating
hands
ring.
slide open.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Your natural
And
instinct is to
then
hold yourself
somebody
up.
came and
Wait, but you still have all your fingers.
yes, it didn't cut my fingers off. I
Okay.
still have them. It just like
Sliced it.
sliced my
We
finger.
know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then that confirms that it could happen. Because every time I tell someone, they're like, "Come on, Jeanette," and I'm like, "It could happen, y'all.
It did
Unless you
happen.
wear like thick gloves, which I'll probably do. But I don't know. One day I'll do ice skating in New York. Yeah. Let's try not to lose sight of what's important. That's hard, because we get caught up in the holiday and the buying and the this and the that. In the food, I love food. Yvette knows I talk about food all day long.
We
I
talk
spent
about
the
food
last
every
hour
day
talking
here.
about chocolate. And I didn't have any because I'm trying to be good because I know I'm going to eat a lot in the month of November. So I'm trying to be good.
She's saying this as she literally has a bag of cheese in front of
Cheese.
her because she couldn't find chocolate, so she's like, okay, fine, I'll settle for
It's
cheese.
protein, a good source of protein. That's what it says on here.
Good source of protein. Um, some of the bad times that, or
Mm-hmm.
what we think are bad times in our lives, sometimes end up being blessings in disguise.
Yeah.
And for me, um, the holidays have been completely different since my older daughter was born. So for the last 23 years, unfortunately, right after she was born, I separated from her dad,
Mm-hmm.
and almost immediately from day one, it was like, let's go. Your holidays, your birthdays, everything as you had envisioned it are going to be completely different.
Mm.
Had I not had that mindset shift and
Mm-hmm.
think any day that I get to spend with my baby girl is going to be celebrated,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's the day after Thanksgiving, whether it's the day before, it's not specifically that day.
Mm.
For a lot of us that have been single moms, sometimes we don't have our children with us.
Yeah, we
And
gotta split the holidays. Yep.
those days are hard. You know that those days that you don't have your child with you,
Mm-hmm.
they can be some of the worst days in your
Oh
life,
yeah.
some of the darkest days.
Yeah.
And then later, I said, if God, please help me get through this because I wasn't intended to have any Thanksgivings, any Christmases, any birthdays without my child.
Mm-hmm.
But
Circumstances.
didn't allow for that to happen. And now I look back and I see that, you know what, if you can't be with me for my birthday, it's absolutely fine. We will celebrate a couple days before, a couple days after. The stresses of having to split your family up because your husband's family, your family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's just take the stress out of it. What day do you want to celebrate? If we
Mm.
can't celebrate together, we will celebrate a couple of days before. We will celebrate a couple of days after. Let's just make the best of whatever day it is that we get to have. If it's not waking up on Christmas morning, waking up another morning. Just the
Mm.
fact that
Did
you're
you?
able to spend time
Yeah.
together.
That you're able to. Yeah. No, that's so true. That's so true, and that's pivoting at its finest.
You
Right?
have
It's
to.
not what you planned, but now you have to find a plan B and make the best out of it, right? And not live in the sour, oh, I don't have my kid in a holiday, which can definitely hurt. Um, but enjoy the time that you did have with her and
Mm-hmm.
recreate Christmas, recreate Thanksgiving if you
Mm-hmm.
have to.
And then on the days I did have some time to myself, that were few and far
Yeah.
between as moms,
Yeah.
especially being a single mom when I was one, I I didn't have much time to myself
Mm-hmm.
between working and being a mom. Every minute of my day was taken up by somebody else.
Mm.
So then after that, it just became okay. I've got to pivot. I've got to look
Yep.
at things a little bit different. And the time that I do get to myself, I am going to take some time for
Yeah.
myself and say, okay, I'm
You
going
were
to take a
forced
breather.
into it.
Yeah, but
So
you
I
have to
mean,
make
but
the best of
look
it.
at it now, how you appreciate that now,
Oh,
right? Looking
absolutely.
back, and it's like, wow, thank God. Like, sometimes God has to force us, because it's important. You always talk about filling your cup so it can overflow, and then you can fill everyone around you that is important to you's cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that only happens when you're intentional about filling your cup.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as moms and as busy women, we want to fill everybody else's cup before ours, right? I always remember when you're, when the stewardess is telling you, all right, make sure you have your oxygen and then help your
Right.
child, right? If
Yeah.
you have a someone on your lap or whatever. So it's important that we take care of ourselves, and if we get alone time, that we take advantage of that and really do some, self reflection and kind of focus on what's important to you. And then, even in that alone time, I'm sure you were making plans for the Christmas day that you were going to have with her, and
Yeah.
recreating that. But you could have also chosen that time to be depressed and sad, and you would have the right to because you missed your baby, but you chose not to. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
God is good.
Something that you've taught me recently. I think you said it last week. What is it? If it causes you to rush, what?
It's
You
a
wanna?
no.
Okay, what was that? Say it all together.
Yeah. If it causes you to rush, it's a no. Sometimes if people ask you or say, hey, do you want to do something together,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you already have plans, you try to accommodate your plans and adjust and move. Well, if I wake up earlier and I rush out of the house, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll be able to get with her, and then I'll be able to
Mm-hmm.
make it back in time for what I had
Mm-hmm.
planned, and then everything just seems to snowball where you don't have any time to just kind of breathe.
Yes.
And then it's
Yes.
a rush, thinking, okay, while you're at that one event, you're already thinking about what you have to do next.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't enjoy where you were, you don't enjoy where you are, and you're not enjoying where you're going either.
Just think about it. If you're doing so many things and you have to rush through it, physically you're there. But where are you mentally? Already thinking about what you got to do next or what
Yeah,
you didn't do before?
right,
And so mentally you're not there. So you're not present,
right.
right? Your body's there. But then
Hmm.
if someone asks you, okay, what just happened? Chances are you're going to be like, huh, what?
Yeah.
Right?
We did it last week with the podcast.
Yeah, we had to
didn't
pivot.
record on
Yeah,
Friday
yeah.
because my daughter called me last minute. Hey, Mom, I
She
need you to
wasn't
pick me
feeling
up
well.
from
Yep.
school. So I said, you know what? Let's table it. We figured it out. We tabled it till Sunday.
Right?
I went and picked up my daughter. We could have rushed through the podcast and just recorded and said, okay, let's just get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And would we have been present in our podcast? No.
No.
Even
Because
today,
we would have been
you
rushing.
said, oh, okay, are we going to have time? Yeah, no, don't worry about it. My daughter has someone to take
Yeah.
her to her dance class. I'm here now.
Right.
If it causes me to rush, I don't want to do anything anymore.
Right. I love that.
I want to be here,
I love that.
enjoying this time with you. It's not just about recording the podcast.
Right.
It's
You want to
about
be in the present. You want to enjoy it. We want to get to laugh and get all the feelings that we feel when we do record. We want to be able to keep that. It's important to us. And if it feels like a chore or something we got to rush through, then guess what? We're not going to enjoy it. And if we're not enjoying it, you guys are going to sense that on the other end. Because there's no fakeness with us. We're like, and if you could see our face, eventually we'll add video. What is it? Our RBF is Jaleen says.
Oh my gosh, RBF. No.
She's like, Mom, your RBF is something serious. I'm like, really? What do you mean? Like, I look. She's like, no, I know when you're upset, so I can't hide it. And you guys will be able to pick up, and then it won't be successful. So why? You know, if it takes delaying it, then we delay it and we do it when we're ready. I'm all about that. So that kind of goes into the next piece I want to talk about, which is planning with peace in mind, right? Be intentional with your planning, right? So we're talking about the holidays, but that kind of falls into, we talked about goals, right? And things that you may have, and setting those boundaries and learning to say no without feeling guilty about saying no, and learning Yvette's new concept that if she has to rush through it, then it's a no, right? So when we're yes, no, and I have a good friend that's like a sister to me. She always says, oh, if it's yes, no, I'm always going to go with no. And I'm like, why? She goes, I don't know. If it's not a right away yes, I'm going to go with no. So now I can throw this in. Hey, if it causes me to rush, then it's a no as well. So I'm finding a lot of excuses for no's, which is good because I was a yes girl all the time, always looking to please everyone.
Well, we talked about it earlier in another one of the episodes. We didn't know the meaning of the word no.
Yeah.
And boundaries.
I think you said you got an award for it.
I did get an award for not right. She doesn't know the meaning of the word no, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, it was just confirmation, and for many years after that, though, I would say no, but I was so guilty.
You feel guilty.
I felt so
Yeah.
guilty. And you know what? Has anyone ever told you that they're coming over and then at the last minute they said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it? And then were you angry and upset and really bitter, and it didn't blow out of proportion? You understood that somebody has something else happened. Well, why are we so hard on ourselves, and why do we think the world is going to end
Right.
if we say, thank you so much for thinking of me.
Right.
I really appreciate it,
Right.
but I'm not going to be able to make it this time.
Yeah.
Think of me next time, and hopefully my calendar will be a little more clear, and then I'll be able to dedicate the time that I want to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this time it's going to be really rushed.
You're not going to get me. I'm not going to be present.
No.
And I want to be present because I care that much for you.
Yeah.
Now the no sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we can't worry about how they're going to receive it. That's not our job.
Right.
We also read the let them theory. So you got to let them feel whatever they feel, right? We can't control that. We can only control our actions, our reactions.
Yeah.
So saying no without guilt. Budgeting, you guys know I'm all about the budgets and the numbers. So make sure that you're not overdoing it. Create a budget, a shopping budget. I know people that start saving from a year, you know, they put $10, $20 away a week or whatever so that they have their Christmas money. If you do that and you have a certain amount, don't go over that budget. I know it's easy and you can say, oh, well, I'll figure out a way. No, because what's going to happen is Christmas is going to end and you're going to have the extra credit card bill, or you're not going to have the money in the bank that you thought you were going to have, and now you're stressed. Now you're starting the year stressed out, in debt, and that's not what we want, right? Also, energy, right? Be able to not give all of your energy. You know, create some non-negotiables. Right? I have a day off that everyone's gone, everyone's out the house, working, school, whatever, and it's my day. You know, I choose to wash my hair, do my hair, whatever I want to do, and listen to my podcast, maybe book a massage appointment, whatever it is that I want to do. It's my day, right? And that's how I fill myself up. So my kids come home, my husband comes home, and I'm like super excited because they're all home, and now they get the best version of me, right? Because I had some alone time. And I normally cook for them, and you know, we have a really nice day, right? Or evening, I should say, because I took the day for myself. So being able to create those rest days, you know, for us, Sundays are what we have. Church, football, Jesus is we have this candle that was given to us, and that is our Sundays. We try not to be on the phone. Jaylene doesn't get on the phone or the iPad with her friends, and we kind of spend a family day together. It starts off with church, and then it kind of ends, if it's football season, with football, or if it's not football season, we'll do a dinner at home. And if it's football season, we'll make wings in front of the TV and us screaming at the TV. And we love it, and we have fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Your Sundays are kind of like my Mondays now.
I know, that's right.
I love my Mondays.
Yes.
Because our older daughter doesn't live at home anymore. So since she has to work sometimes on Sundays, the nucleus that we have at home, our younger daughter, she has dance sometimes as well. So some of us will go to church. But then on Mondays, my older daughter teaches at the dance studio with my younger daughter, and then she comes over for family dinner. So those moments that you get to spend with your kids now, that sometimes it's a chore that, sit down and all the dirty dishes.
You gotta fight with everybody.
You'll miss it the days that it's no longer there. So enjoy that you get to spend those days with your family, because now Mondays are by far my favorite day of the week.
It is, guys. So for her family that may be listening in, she was like all smiles, talking about recipe. Her daughter asked for arroz con pollo.
Arroz con pollo, and I was looking for them.
And I started singing the old song. Arroz con pollo, café con leche. So when we text the next day, I was like, how? But then she responds to her daughter like, okay, you want it Asian style? You want it Puerto Rican style? You want it Cuban style? What kind of arroz con pollo are you asking for? Yep. So we thought that was pretty cool. But guys, she loves you, or girls, right? And then we're going to include Richard. So she loves her family so much, and Mondays has lit her up. I see her on Mondays. It's my day with her here. And she's so excited to get home. She's like rushing out of here at 5 o'clock. She's got to go cook for her babies and get stuff ready. So she loves you. She loves you, girls.
I do. And it's perspective. Everyone is like, it's a Monday.
That's your day. Like, you get excited.
That you're going to love.
Yeah, but look at that. You guys incorporated family time on a day that's typically like, frowned upon. Back to school and work. Oh, no. You know, so you guys found a way to make it.
It's back to what we were talking about.
It.
If you can't really enjoy that day, oh, I could be miserable that I don't have my family all with me on a
Yep.
Sunday or on a Saturday like everybody else has. You know what? But I've got Monday.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
not make it the best Monday ever?
Yeah, that's true. And you've made it.
Absolutely.
You've made it your best Monday
Yes.
ever. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Mondays is like, okay, what are we cooking? We're always kind of dragging. And Jaylene has volleyball, so we all, thankfully we have a group of parents that have their girls that live in this part of town, West Volusia, but the girls are in East Volusia, so we take turns in picking them up. So I think Monday I went for a walk with Joe because I didn't have to get the girls. I'll get them today from practice, and that was nice. So I made dinner, and then I made the lemon potatoes that I was talking about last week.
Oh, yeah.
They were so good. And Greek chicken, and then a salad, and then we went for a walk. But Joe was like, we only made it like half the block. He's like, oh, I'm so tired. My stomach hurts. He ate so much. So he was like, I think we went walking too quick, after eating. So lesson learned, we'll probably go walk and then come back and eat.
My family knows if there's any meal that I could probably overdo it on eating, it's potatoes.
Oh, I love potatoes.
Potatoes are by
and
far
Joe too. And he ate seconds, I think. And I'm like, well, who told you to eat more? You should have stopped and then maybe ate some more when you got back home. And then we went home and got crumble cookie because
That's
it's Dubai chocolate week.
That's right. I completely forgot about it.
So then we had that on top of the potatoes and everything else. So
Ooh.
it
Potatoes
was,
and cookies. That
Yeah.
sounds like dinner.
I cut mine in 4. Those cookies are too big for
they're
me.
too
I
big.
can't eat one.
It's a baby
I
cake.
can't. Yeah, I just eat one little corner, and that's good for me.
I eat one little corner at a time.
See, guys, my conversations always turn to food. This is so bad. All right, so the last quarter push, guys. So, oh yeah, it's holidays. Oh yeah, we're prepping. But for those of us that have goals and have businesses, and even in your, if you work for a company, I'm sure everyone has annual goals. This is the last quarter you get to meet those goals. So let's not forget that too. Finish strong, but avoid burning yourself out, right? Do as much as you can. And if if you need to pivot or different goals kind of come in and take, take preference off of the ones then you have to move it around, and maybe you make that a Q1 2026 goal. Or you have the goals that are non-negotiable that you must meet, and you just work on those. But the point is not to burn yourself out, right? It's so easy to do that because we want to finish the year strong, but it's important that we don't, right? Because you don't want to start off 2026 burnt out.
No.
Because 2026 is going to come with a whole new set of goals.
Yeah.
So you don't even want to get there, and then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to do more. And then, you're already starting on a bad foot if you're trying to do too much and burning yourself out.
It's what you were talking about earlier, pouring into yourself so much that others benefit from the overflow.
Yeah.
Not necessarily depleting your cup for everyone else. Fill your cup so much that everyone around you benefits from the overflow. And that could mean saying no to things. That could mean saying yes to things that really matter to you.
Right.
And sometimes being able to say no to some things so you can achieve those goals feels really good. Because otherwise, when you haven't achieved those goals year after year after year after year, or quarter after quarter, sometimes you start getting down on yourself and say, am I even capable of accomplishing these things? But what else are you adding to your to-do list that nobody is asking you to add to your to-do list? You're saying, you know what, I will, okay, fine, I'll do it. Okay, fine,
and we
I'll
talked
do it.
about that. That we are givers, so we hear someone stressing over a situation. That's the first thing. We want to volunteer ourselves. I can help you with this, or can I do this for you? Forgetting everything else that we have planned and that we want to do that's important to us, but we're natural givers, so we're going to give ourselves, and so we have to take that back and not do that. Yeah. Or if you catch yourself, like Yvette caught herself, say, oh, you know what? That's me jumping the gun. I don't think I have the capacity right now. Maybe later.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But just being able to recognize it and be able to take it back really quick instead of not recognizing it or ignoring it because you don't want to let people down, and now you're trying to do too much and now you're burnt out, right? So
I don't know if I've ever shared this with you, but something that someone had said, that really stuck with me was Jessie Lee Ward, the one that passed away, my business coach, Boss Lee. Okay, she had said that if you don't keep the promises you make to yourself, your brain starts to think um, you're not reliable.
Ooh.
Like, it starts thinking, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to try to help you achieve this because you're
not going to do
it
and
anyway.
yeah.
So why am I going to stress you out over trying to do this? You're not going to do it, even if it's the little things.
Right. Wow.
So now I
the
try
mindset. We talked about that in our last podcast. Our mindset plays such a major role on our outcomes. And so if not doing something or not sticking to your promises that you make to yourself is going to create a negative thought in your mind about yourself, and then you start labeling yourself as unreliable, irresponsible, whatever, all the negative things that we can tell.
Why even plan it? So that's why, to me, meeting my goals each quarter, even if it's only, I don't set goals that are unrealistic, because I want to at least achieve some of them.
Right.
And that's why it's important for me to achieve some of those goals that I'm learning.
Right.
Because then I know that if I've met some of my goals for quarter 4, then I can start the year off quarter 1 for 26. I'm starting off on the right foot.
Right.
And if I need to table some of them, I'm giving myself some grace and say, you know what, this is not going to be possible now because of external factors. And then I just move it over.
Right.
And I say, okay,
and that's okay.
This was out of my control.
But the fact that you revisited,
right,
it helped because you didn't just ignore it and not do it.
Right.
Right? You actually still touched on it, and you just decided to refocus.
Right.
And that's okay. You made the decision. It wasn't circumstances. You decided. Which is so, so important. And that kind of goes back to why we should review our goals. Like, so goals for Vision and Heals, if I remember correctly, when we kicked off the year, I wanted to end the year with all of our offices rented. So we are in Q4, and I'm happily able to say that all of our offices are rented. We just have one, and we're kind of just going back and forth. I think we're going to leave it as a flex because it's a usable room. It gets a lot of use. Our members love it. And it's also profitable for us right now. So there's no reason to take that away.
I think better yet, what our goal was to have each one of the offices be an income producing space.
Amen. Yes.
We don't need to have them rented out by one person having a long-term lease.
No, absolutely.
So if we're getting the income that we would get from a long-term lease, from
a flex situation,
space, it's bringing in the income that we want, and giving our members an option that they really enjoy having.
Right. No, they do.
Okay, then we pivot, and it's not necessarily, we need to lease it. No, it's producing income.
It's producing income. So when we talked about quarterly goals, which we did, in the beginning of the quarter, and we talked about, all right, so now let's refocus and kind of grow our membership, right? The goal, I wanted to end the year with 100 members. We are like 70. I got to look now, probably 71, 72. So it's not far-fetched. I think we can get to it. So now we can put more of a focus on that. So, yay, we have our office situation, checked off even before the quarter started. So that was awesome. God is good. So what are your goals, right? So if we never revisit them, then we would have been just focused on, like, what is it? The wheel?
The hamster in the wheel.
The hamster in the wheel, right?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. And then we're going to be just going on this wheel, going nowhere. And no, sometimes you have to sit back, look at your goals and say, do I really still need this right now? And if I don't, what can take its place? Does it matter?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, if not, you'd be floating day to day and going, okay, I've just spent the last 6 months working and working and working. I have no time, and what do I have to show for it? What were you working towards? Some of the ladies we met with this morning, I love how we ended it. Okay, now we planned it, we spoke about it.
Now let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Time to action.
Let's do it.
Time for action. Yep.
Right.
Yep. And then I also wanted to emphasize that progress is greater than perfection. And we
Mm.
talked about this with our podcast. Like, we've been talking about this podcast forever. We have all the equipment, we have the room, we have the topics because we just talk. Now it just kind of organizes our conversations a little bit. Um, but we were trying to like make it perfect, and I'm like, you know what, let's make it the way it is. We redid our intro outro. I mean, you name it, we've done it, and now it's like it doesn't matter, we're doing
Yeah,
it,
I
we're
believe the whole night.
excited, we're having fun, you guys are feeling the energy, and it's just been a success. So progress is definitely better than perfection, or greater than
And at
perfection.
what point is anything going to be perfect?
Yeah, that's true.
It really doesn't. It's not achievable.
Right.
Perfection is not
It's
achievable.
not achievable. And then
So
perception is everything. So what you perceive to be perfect today may change tomorrow. And now what are you going to do?
I think our podcast
Right?
is perfect right
I
now.
love it.
And I love that next year we are going to look back and go,
And we're
oh
going to
my
laugh. I
gosh,
can't
we're gonna
believe we
cringe.
said
Can
that.
you imagine? This is how we were doing
I mean, today, this morning, we were having a really hot
Oh,
conversation
oh.
with a couple of ladies, and Yvette was like, should we record? And I'm like, no, not this conversation.
Not this one.
It was a good one. It was, I mean, we have too much fun here, guys. I mean, we could sit and tell you stories. That's why it's so natural for us, because it is what we live here. So with that, I want to remind you guys that it isn't about pushing harder. It's about pushing smarter. Reconnect with your why. If your goals don't align with the season that you're in, maybe it's time to realign. I always remind myself there's seasons and reasons for everything, guys. And so what do we know about seasons?
They change.
They starts and it finishes, right? So we have winter, spring, summer, fall. We cannot stay all summer because everything will burn out. We can't stay all winter because something else,
Unless you're in Miami.
That is true. Miami is kind of,
in
but even
summer,
in Miami,
and then
there is some
summer
cold
you're
days. There is some cold days. But
Inferno.
it gets hotter, and then hottest. But seasons are temporary, guys. So we have to be able to identify what's here for a season, what's the reason, and if we need to realign, it's okay to do that. There's nothing wrong with realignment. All right, so the next piece before we close is presence over pressure. And I think we touched on it, like being able to enjoy the moment, be in the present. I always forget to take pictures. I'm so bad with pictures. Why? Because I want to be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so with Jaylene playing volleyball, she's like, did you get footage? And I'm like, no, but it was amazing. She's like, I have nothing. I have to create my reels. And, they're doing all this college recruiting stuff, even now at middle school. So she wants to get, like, people watching her and all this stuff. And I'm, like, not taking the videos. So I feel horrible. But I'm in the moment. I saw it with my own eyes. And to me, I think that's awesome when I'm able to do that. So, but I'm trying to remember to take those videos because it's important to her.
One of my favorite days was when we went to Epic. Remember, I told you before, my older daughter works at Universal, and she was able to get into Epic before it even opened. And they said, no pictures, no video, no nothing. If you get caught taking pictures, the employee will get terminated. And I'm like, you know what? I am not doing anything that could possibly interfere with my daughter's work. I put my phone away, and I was present the entire day. Not one picture of that day.
I love that. But you were present and you enjoyed.
I can close my eyes and see the giggles. At the end of the day, it was pouring down rain.
You didn't miss a thing.
I didn't miss
I love it.
Anything. Nothing.
I love it. I love it. And you were mindful about that. You knew you were going to be with your children that day, and you were like, nope, phone is going away. Mm-hmm. You specifically took out this time to be with your family, enjoying your family time, creating new traditions, right? That's what it's all about, guys. When we think of holidays and time with family, just don't see it as just, hey, it's another Christmas or another Thanksgiving. Think of it as another opportunity to love on the people that, you get to be around, right? Tomorrow's not guaranteed for no one. Mm-hmm. So every day we get to open our eyes is a gift. and just enjoy your family time. Enjoy it, love on them. For most of us, if you have family coming in, the good thing is they get to leave, so then you don't have to pressure yourself. Now, if you live with a couple people that get on your nerves, then I'll pray for you. But no, all jokes aside, love on your people. We only get so many holidays with the people we love. So take the picture, hug on them a little longer, and don't let the to-do list of the holiday and the stress of the season to steal your joy.
I highly encourage anyone who has the capability of, instead of for the holidays giving physical gifts, share getaways, share little vacations, like memories.
Yeah.
I know that my birthday's coming up, and I am going to enjoy this so much because it's the first time in I don't know how many years that the four of us are going to get on an airplane
together.
The four of us are going to get on an airplane together and leave and spend time together.
Yes. On your birthday. What a cool gift.
And on my birthday, that we will be traveling.
And your daughter planned it.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And that there's additional people coming, but
she included you guys. Like, that means you are cool parents. You made it on the cool parents list.
Woo-woo,
that your 20-something-year-old daughter actually planned a party trip with you.
Yeah.
And your husband.
Yeah. Like, and I get to be a part of it.
That's epic.
And her 16-year-old sister, which they absolutely love. Her friends and her, they absolutely love each other. They're so much better. You can give me material things. Yes, the material things are nice, but I would much rather have something like that. Yes. That experience that will live forever.
Forever. You're never going to forget this birthday.
The little just because, like that little hippo that was crocheted, and it was just because somebody thought of me. Or
I was like, wait, what? Are she saying that you look like a hippo?
No, that's another story for another day.
And then she introduces her to someone else. This is the hippo. And she goes, yeah, I'm the hippo. She's like, no, the one that made the hippo.
Or when some of our other members cook at home and then they bring in food. And
yes, they treat us good here. We can't complain.
The spending time and the sharing those memories.
Sharing, yes. That is so true. That is so true. And I think that's a good way for us to end it before we do our funny Spanglish moment. But, what we were trying to get with this episode is, while you're prepping for the holidays, really truly ask yourself. We talked about a people audit, so I'm hoping the suggestion from last week or the homework that you got was to look at those that you are around the most and create an audit and kind of be able to list those that edify you and then those that do not edify you, that make you feel bad, right? That drain you. So you're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to always leave with some sort of homework to do. As we're approaching holiday season, I want you guys to ask yourself, is this aligned with your peace? What are you trying to envision for yourself as far as peace? Family time is important for some, but not for everyone, right? So maybe you don't spend, 2 days with your family during Thanksgiving. Maybe it's just a couple hours, right? For me, I love to watch the parade with a living room full of people and have hot chocolate. That's what gives me peace. But everyone is different, right? And then what's your goals? We talked about our last quarter of the year. What are our goals? Is it losing weight, or is it business, or is it corporate? But what are those goals, right? And then what matters to you? What are your values, right? And then if all of that doesn't align with your peace, then maybe it's a no.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it's a no for just right now because you're not in the headspace to have the capacity to deal with all of it. And you're being wise and you're you care about your peace and your mental health, and you're like, right now is really not the time for me to do all these things, right? So really think about everything we talked about and how does it align with your peace, because that's important.
And sometimes the best way to avoid all of that is if you're in it and in your head too much. We were talking about it today and we touched on it. Do something for someone else.
Yes.
Volunteer.
Yes.
Get away from the me,
yes.
and I'm tired.
See it from another set of eyes. When you're serving people. Yes, you're so right.
Absolutely nobody for the holidays.
Yep.
I know that there was somebody that had asked me, I can't believe that for Thanksgiving that the stores are open. I said, have you ever considered that sometimes the people in the stores want to be there
because they don't want to be home alone?
They don't have anyone at home. They've lost loved ones or they live by themselves. And the only people that they get any contact with is the people that they see in the stores.
Yeah.
So not everyone that's there is being made to work by a big corporation or whatever. Maybe they volunteered so somebody else could spend time with their family.
So
and
true.
so if you go to these places, if you're out, be kind to people. Volunteer. Get away from the me mentality. Oh, I'm so this. I'm so stressed. I'm so tired.
Say something nice to them. If you're at a store and they're, helping you check out or whatever, say something nice. Sometimes just a hi, hope you're well. If they have a name tag, like Yvette told us a couple weeks ago, it's nice to hear your name because so many times we're all these labels. We're mom, we're honey and babe and whatever it is you're called other than your name. Yeah. And so it's nice to say, hey, John, thank you. Yeah. Have a blessed Thanksgiving. Yeah. Try not to work too hard. I don't know, but say something nice and kind. That goes a long way.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, you know what time it is? It's time for our Spanglish.
It's Spanglish time.
Boricua Cubana word of the week. So, I asked Yvette. I have a cousin and some good friends that we kind of start off when it's a hot topic, right? And I want to share it, or they want to tell me something hot. So, you know how you pick up the phone and you say, hello, right? So, if it's me trying to tell them something, I'm like, resulta, and they already know. They're getting comfortable on the other line. All right, tell me. Or if I'm hearing the resulta, I'm like, uh-oh, what happened, right?
Your ears perk up.
The ears perk up. So what do you say?
I don't know right offhand because that's like chisme, but mira, te tengo que decir algo. I have to tell you something. It's like, te tengo bochinche.
The bochinche?
Bochinche.
I love it.
And I know that some of our members, the ones that speak Spanish as well, like when I say their name and I'm like, so.
They already know what's coming.
Te tengo bochinche. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, me and my cousin, resulta. And I'm like, oh, what's the update from New York? Because he gives me the updates from New York and I give him the updates from Florida. It's like the weather. So when we hear resulta, then we already know it's something juicy coming on the other end. So
always good.
Always good. We're already thinking about next week's word, guys.
Tengo que contarte. I have to tell you.
Oh my gosh. Well, we love you guys. You guys already know we have so much fun just pressing record and having these conversations.
I really do enjoy our podcast days.
Isn't
so much
fun. Yeah. And we did it for under an hour, so kudos to us. Yay. You guys have an amazing week, and we will be back next week.
Mwah.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Wow, that was some strong cafecito we poured today on Vision and Heels Uncensored. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. We are truly grateful as it really helps us pour more into your heart straight from ours.
Remember to live your truth, handle your business, and shine bright.
We'll be back soon to pour some more. Stay blessed.